Here is a video showing an overview of the connections for the IMI 1000 for an NTG 4.0 model. The first connection to make is to remove the metal rectangular LVDS connector from the rear of the NTG 4.0 head unit, and in its place you connect this to head unit LVDS connector. It's labelled connect to head unit LVDS. Connect that in its place. The Mercedes LVDS metal connector that you've removed from the head unit is then connected to this socket here. Make sure it's securely in, and this is labelled Connect to Mercedes LVDS connector. Then make sure these two connectors are securely fastened and connect the connector labelled Connect to IMI 1000 LVDS to the LVDS port on the IMI 1000. Then you connect the main power connector to the IMI 1000, and then you remove the quad lock from the head unit. If there is a fibre optic line in this port of the quad lock that was in the head unit, transfer it to the new quad lock on the IMI 1000 loom, and then securely fasten the IMI 1000 quad lock into the head unit. The Mercedes quad lock that you've removed from the head unit is connected to the IMI 1000 female quad lock here. Just make sure that when you're connecting them together, pull the connector bodies together. Don't use the clasp. So pull the connector bodies together and pinch them together and use the clasp to kind of close itself and just ease the clasp closed. Pull the connectors together so they're really tightly together, and that means you get good connections inside the connector. Next connection is probably the microphone. So you'd connect the microphone to the 3.5mm jack, run the microphone up the A-pillar, behind any airbag, and then along the head lining to the central overhead console. You normally can hide it within the console cowling. Other connections are rear camera power and rear camera RCA input. Those connections can be used to fit a retrofit aftermarket camera. The green wire is normally not used. Then, by selecting AUX in the menu, if you do not get sound, there is the option to use the AUX wire and perhaps a media cable. The USB connector is used for wired Android Auto and wired CarPlay if you select wired CarPlay in the settings menu. So that's an overview of the connections. Thank you for listening.